I'm going to try to see if I can in a little while. I'm going to draw a pig face on Obama, on a picture of Obama. I'm going to take his presidential picture. I'm going to pull it up here. I'm going to put it in paint while I get a live program going on here. And I'm going to attempt drawing a pig snout on the dude's face. But anyways, so I'm saying this is really like a GD moment. Like seriously, inappropriate the way that it sounds. Seriously, because that's how the feeling is right now is GD. It's a GD moment. And you're like, GD, G damn it. That kind of moment. Anyways, for me, my perspective on the basically two faced approach that these Democrats have that are using. I was reading this Alex Jones, these guys here. Before it goes away, I want to say what the real American said on Alex Jones thing. They're trying to patronize Bush over 9/11, and I just basically told them this right here. Basically, you guys are on crack or smoking something because I do not believe in any way that Bush had inside job with our enemies to do that just to get us into war. It's not even feasible. I think Obama would have went after Bush if that were even true. Obama sounds more like the type of person that would do that because he said the same exact thing that the terrorists did, and that is that 9/11 happened because of U.S. policy. That is the truth, and that's really what matters. And then I just said that if you go back and you look at George Bush, his reaction on the thing, he looked shocked. And they all know that Bush was shocked, like everybody else. But yet he had something to do with it. A shocked man with a shocked ass uh, look on his face. You guys are saying, let's go arrest this guy. We have absolutely no proof or anything that even points logically to what they're saying that it was an inside job by our government. That people who say that, ever said that they're from, they should be rounded up and arrested because they are not telling the truth and they're not actually. Uh, I don't think that they're an agent from the government at all. I do not believe that you're gonna have an agent from one of those agencies come out there or the military come out there and do that. It's just that are going to come forward and say, here's your proof. This is how 9/11 happened. George Bush did it. It wasn't terrorists. So now I kind of have a little bit of a problem with these guys talking that smack because they're suggesting that going after Saddam again was stupid or something. The guy who killed a million people, I keep telling people, uh, there's so many more reasons why Saddam should have been took out. But what are you gonna do? Infiltrate him some other way other than invading the country and then kill him that way? And they should be in democracy anyways. So all these refugees running over here and all this stuff that's been going on from the left, they're giving the left more ammunition to kill democracy, to kill our freedoms, to kill another ally that we would have had if we would have won and been victorious and conquered in all these places. Like Vietnam, Korea, Iraq now, and all of them, or whatever these people want to do. You want to invade Saudi Arabia? Let's take it out and let's control it then, because that's one more ally for us. We don't control people necessarily like the French do or did, or the English do or did when they own places. Um, who knows? Who knows what people did back in the day? But today it's a different story. You're looking at invading a country for a whole different reason and perspective today. It is public knowledge. It's not an opinion. It's a fact that if America invades a country today, we earn an ally and we get a place out of a dictatorship. Well, this is what Obama did. The difference between what they did in Iraq with what Bush was trying to do by replacing people who could run the country with the democratic mindset instead of a dictator's type of mindset. Obama comes along, ruins all that for us so far, what we did in Iraq and all that. When he replaced Gaddafi, he replaced them with a more radical regime, a more dangerous, occupied threat in that place to us, all the way from there to here, more serious of a threat to America. And we have refugees coming here instead of people, you know, us demanding, everybody else demanding that those people's own country be secured. So, did these guys block? Van Jones is a piece of work, in my opinion. I've always known that of him. So, look on here, even though they're saying Obama's got the right to come in here and find some kind of way because they need to hurry up and replace because the balance is off. There isn't already too many left loonies that really don't like the Constitution. They really want to kill the Constitution or be able to use the Constitution at liberty. I mean, at will, as a justice or an authority figure. So they want to take our Constitution rights away from us. To say like, I don't have the right to refuse somebody's service if they're gay now. You know what I mean? That's like what they did in Oregon. They sued these this cake bakers in Oregon, you know, where I'm from, basically, because it's so left loony out there. It's so far left that um, they're allowing a bakery that should have the right to refuse service in any kind of stand. I mean, to be able to tell them to fuck off. As far as I'm concerned, in my opinion, that's the right that they have as a company or a bakery or whatever business. But they're being sued almost like they're being sued out of their damn business. Stop. Out of their damn business. I forgot to say at the beginning of this that my dog is acting really weird. The boy dog, he wants to go after my female dogs, and they're all fixed, so, and he's not yet. So he's trying to fool around with the dog, and she's a nut. She's fixed, but she's still like one of those. She's a bulldog, and she's just really ornery. She just really kind of got a ornery streak to her. So she does very bizarre things, and she's following right along with that. So I just wanted to mention that so that you know if there's an interruption, what's going on. So did they stop him? They stopped Bush from appointing another one, and their reason for saying it. I'll show you this, um, where you can read this. I just looked it up. It doesn't. I'm not subscribed to this or anything. I just looked it up. Outside the Beltway, you can look this article up on here, and they did. They stopped George Bush in 2007 from appointing another Supreme Court. You could see things going downhill from then on. Inflation, the debt, there's high spending. They're going to cut different people's funds off and different funds off and things, but yet it's okay to spend $1 billion over here on our interest, on our political interest, and that's how we run the show. As a dictator, not an actual president of America, and a Democrat Party who wants to basically run the show like that. So they're going to go for special interests, and they're going to filibuster whatever, um, their ideology, and they think that's just like what you're supposed to do. It's ideology. It makes me sick, and it's really it's oppressive and offensive. So what? What was this Chuck Schumer? Chuck Schumer's a piece of shit. He's an asshole. He's a dumb twig twit. He ain't even milk toast. He's worse, way worse. He's a backstabber, traitor to America for not wanting to have a guy, another appointed Supreme Court justice by George Bush at the time, are all people who basically form what their decisions are based on everybody's rights, not special interests. So I don't know how anybody can argue that every single thing that Obama hasn't done has not been unconstitutional. I don't know how anybody could argue with me that everything that's gone on, this determination to punish America and to go after America for all these ideologies, because America is so messed up. We can't rationally make decisions and uh, come up with ideas that everybody is on board with. We have to cram things with the Supreme Court on people. Um, so regardless if you want to vote or not. So the next thing they're gonna vote. If they can vote on your guns away, they can vote on just you not being able to vote anymore. If these Supreme Courts take that much control and power, what's stopping them from saying, "Oh, I know that you went out and voted and elected this person, but because of what we think, this person can't be your president. We're going to have to appoint you a president." So, what's stopping them from doing that? It's dangerous and it's really scary. They're um, they're just deviant, and I'm not at my wits' end or anything like that about it. I know exactly what to do, what things to point out in particular, but they did stop him from appointing another. I wanted to go over this other thing that looked like it was interesting. It says 10 times Democrats vowed to block I'm sure it's Republican court appointed attorneys. It's got Schumer's picture at the top. So it's attempts. So I don't know if I should maybe put the link to this thing on video. I won't do that. It's just I'll show it real quick. It's at the Federalist.com, and here's a screen share of it real quick, so you can see what article I'm on real quick. Showing the Federalist politics, and it says 10 times Democrats vowed to block Republican court nominees. So you're gonna see if you go back and read this, you're gonna see probably very abusive um, stuff documented in here. So, anyways, this point, this is my opinion. Thanks.